Good morning, everyone. We live in a world where timelines are dictated by society. When you should graduate, when you should get married, when you should be successful. And if by chance life doesn't go as planned, we are made to feel as if we failed. But today I want to remind you of something powerful. Your journey is yours. It is not a race. It is not a competition. It is a masterpiece in progress, and you are the artist. There was a time when I thought life had left me behind. When I saw my dreams slipping through my fingers, I felt like I had lost control. But life has a way of teaching you that control is just an illusion. The truth is, we do not always choose what happens to us, but we can always choose how we rise from it. Maybe you have faced rejection. Maybe you have encountered loss. Maybe your journey has been filled with disappointments that no one sees. But let me ask you this. Who told you that broken things have no value? Some of the most beautiful creations come from shattered pieces. A diamond is just a piece of coal that refused to give up under pressure. The cracks in your soul are not weaknesses. They are proof that you survived. So today, stop looking at the person next to you. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Your struggles, your setbacks, they are all part of your unique story. Own them. Honor them. Because without them, you wouldn't be who you are today. And most importantly, stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. The moment you decide to take charge of your journey, that is when life truly begins. So stand tall, take a deep breath, and walk your path with pride because your journey is yours. And that makes it priceless that life has a way of testing us in the most unexpected ways. One moment you think you have everything figured out, and the next the ground beneath you shifts, leaving you lost, broken, and wondering, why me? But let me tell you something, struggles are not here to break you, they are here to build you. Every scar, every failure, every heartbreak, they are not signs of weakness. They are proof that you have fought battles no one even knows about. They are reminders that you have stood in the storm and refused to be swept away. But the question is, will you let your struggles define you, or will you use them to redefine yourself? Pain has a purpose. It teaches you lessons that comfort never will. It introduces you to a version of yourself that you never knew existed, a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version. So instead of running from your struggles, stand in front of them and say, I see you, I acknowledge you, but you will not defeat me. Because the truth is, diamonds are not made without pressure. Mountains are not shaped without storms. And strong people are not created in easy times. You may not understand why you are going through this now, but one day you will look back and realize that the struggle was never a punishment. It was preparation. And when that moment comes, you won't just survive. You will rise, you will shine. And you will tell the world, this is who I am because of what I have been through. Have you ever looked at someone else's life and thought, why not me? Have you ever scrolled through social media watching people achieve milestones, travel the world, or live a life that seems so perfect, and suddenly, your own journey feels small, slow, or insignificant? But let me tell you something. Comparison is the thief of joy. The moment you start measuring your worth against someone else's achievements, you rob yourself of the beauty of your own journey. You see, we were never meant to walk the same path, to grow at the same pace, or to bloom in the same season. Some people find success at 20, others at 50. Some people find love early, others discover themselves first. And that is okay. But society has conditioned us to believe that life is a race, that if someone is ahead, we must be falling behind. But tell me, who set these rules? Who said that your success must look like theirs? Who said that your happiness must fit into a timeline created by someone who doesn't even know your struggles? Your journey is yours. Your pace is yours. Your pace is yours. You are not in competition with anyone but the person you were yesterday. So instead of looking at someone else's blessings and feeling small, look at your own growth, your own strength, your own victories, no matter how small they may seem. Because when you stop comparing, you start celebrating. And when you start celebrating, you reclaim your joy. Once reclaimed will remind you that your story, with all its ups and downs, was never meant to be like anyone else's. It was always meant to be yours. We are often told that strength means never falling, never breaking, never showing the world our wounds. That to be strong, we must always wear a smile, even when our hearts are heavy. But let me tell you something. True strength is not in pretending to be unbreakable. True strength is in having the courage to embrace your vulnerability. There is power in saying, I am not okay. There is bravery in admitting, I am struggling. Because the moment you acknowledge your pain, you take the first step toward healing. You see, vulnerability is not a weakness. It is the raw, unfiltered truth of who we are. And only when we allow ourselves to be real, without masks, without fear, do we truly begin to grow. Some of the strongest people you will ever meet are not the ones who have never faced hardships, but the ones who have faced their darkest moments and still dared to hope. They are the ones who have cried but still found reasons to smile. They are the ones who have been shattered but still chose to rebuild themselves piece by piece. And maybe right now you feel broken. Maybe you are carrying battles that no one sees. But let me tell you something. Your brokenness does not make you weak, it makes you human. And it is in these moments of honesty, of vulnerability, that you discover a strength you never knew existed. So don't hide your struggles. Don't be afraid to say, I need help. Because true strength is not in suffering in silence. It is in standing tall even with trembling hands and saying, this is me. Flawed, scarred, but still standing. And that is the kind of strength that changes everything. That people will tell you who you are. They will label you based on your past, your mistakes, your circumstances. They will remind you of the things you couldn't do, the dreams you let go of, the times you fell. And slowly, without realizing it, you start believing their version of your story. But let me tell you something, you are not the words they use to define you. You are not your failures. You are not your scars. You are not the missed opportunities or the moments that didn't go as planned. You are a story still unfolding and you hold the pen. So why are you letting the world write your narrative? Maybe life hasn't been fair to you. Maybe you have been through things you never asked for, things that broke you in ways no one understands. But even then, even in your darkest chapters, you have the power to turn the page. Your past does not define your future. Your choices do. Your pain does not define your worth, your resilience does. The world may expect you to be the same person you were yesterday, but you don't owe anyone that version of yourself. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to rise above the expectations placed upon you and say, this is not where my story ends. Because the most beautiful thing about life is that at any moment, you can choose to rewrite your narrative. You can take the lessons, the losses, the heartbreaks, and turn them into a story of strength, courage, and hope. So don't let anyone tell you that you are just your past. Don't let them convince you that you are stuck in a story that doesn't serve you. Pick up the pen, write a new beginning. And when you do, remember this time, you decide how the story goes. That life has a way of surprising us. Not always in the ways we expect, and certainly not always in the ways we want. Sometimes it gives us joy, and sometimes it takes away the very things we thought we couldn't live without. And in those moments of loss, of struggle, of uncertainty, we ask, why me? But let me tell you something. Gratitude is not about what you have lost. It is about what you still have. We spend so much time chasing what we don't have, mourning what didn't go our way, that we forget to see the blessings right in front of us. Have you ever noticed how a person with everything can still feel empty, while someone with almost nothing can radiate joy? The difference is gratitude. It's a choice, an ability to find beauty even in brokenness. Maybe life didn't turn out the way you planned. Maybe you are carrying burdens no one sees. But tell me, have you ever paused to be thankful for the things you still have? The beating of your heart, the people who love you, the strength that still carries you through the hardest days? Gratitude does not mean ignoring pain. It does not mean pretending that everything is perfect. It means looking at life, even with its imperfections, and saying there is still something to be thankful for. It means understanding that even the hardest days teach us something, that even the failures bring us closer to wisdom, that even the storms come with lessons. And when you shift your perspective, when you begin to see the little things, the warmth of the sun on your face, the kindness of a stranger, the breath in your lungs, you realize that happiness was never in having more. It was always in appreciating what you already have. So don't wait for everything to be perfect to feel grateful. Don't wait for life to go exactly as planned to recognize its beauty. Because gratitude is not just a practice, It is a superpower. It has the ability to turn pain into peace, chaos into clarity, and an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. We grow up believing that someday someone will come to save us, that one day the right person, the right opportunity, or the right moment will arrive and change everything. But life does not work that way, because the truth is no one is coming to save you, and that is your greatest power. For the longest time we wait. We wait for validation, for approval, for someone to tell us that we are enough. We wait for a hand to pull us up when we fall, for a voice to remind us that we are worthy. But what if I told you that the person you have been waiting for is already here? Look in the mirror. That's your hero. The world will try to convince you that you are not strong enough, not capable enough, not worthy enough. But who gave them the right to decide that? You are more than your struggles, more than your failures, more than the opinions of those who don't even know the battles you fight in silence. Maybe life has knocked you down. Maybe you have felt alone in moments when you needed someone the most. But instead of waiting for someone to lift you, what if you decided to rise on your own? What if you became your own savior, own warrior, your own light in the darkness? Because heroes are not the ones who have it easy. Heroes are the ones who fall and still find the courage to stand. They are the ones who have been broken but refuse to stay shattered. They are the ones who have cried but still find reasons to smile. Yes, you are capable of being that person for yourself. Stop waiting for permission to be great. Stop waiting for someone to come and fix what is broken. Stand up, take charge, rewrite your story. Because strength was never something you had to find in others. It was something that has always been within you. Life is not a straight path. It is not meant to look like someone else's, nor is it meant to follow a perfect timeline. It is messy, unpredictable, and full of moments that will test you in ways you never expected. But in every challenge, in every setback, you have a choice: to let it define you or to rise above it. Embrace your struggles, for they shape the strongest parts of you. Stop comparing your journey, for your growth is not meant to mirror anyone else's. Find strength in your vulnerability, because true power comes from owning your story. Rewrite your narrative, because you are not bound by your past. Choose gratitude even when life feels unfair, because joy is found in appreciating what remains, not mourning what is lost. And above all, be your own hero. Because the person who will change your life, who will lift you up, who will fight for your dreams, is already within you. So today, walk with pride, own your journey, honor your struggles, and never forget this life, this path, this story. It is yours, and that makes it extraordinary.